Here's how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay. I'm drinking a Jack and Coke out of a McDonald's cup right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 45 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Ports, and Evil Space Bunny is here. Bunny, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Port?
I'm doing. You know, I'm doing it.
And then?
It's my least favorite thing you've ever said to me. I don't have a follow-up.
Sorry. I threw you off your game, and I just fucked everything up.
When you tell a story to somebody, and then they go, and then they didn't listen to you, or they're confirming that you're the worst storyteller ever. And neither of those things feel good.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
What have you been up to?
I played a lot of video games this week. Kind of surprised at myself.
A lot of different ones, or a lot of hours?
Both, because I'm an idiot sandwich, but that's beside the point. So, let's see here. This is what I started with. I've been really hardcore into roguelikes again, and,
by the way, speaking of that,
yeah,
I'm already going to hijack your conversation.
Okay.
Rogue Legacy 2 is coming out next week.
Oh, shit!
Or is it next week? It's either next week or the week after, I can't remember, but, that came out of nowhere for me. I didn't know they were doing it. It's early access, so it's going to be, not complete. But I'm still fucking excited.
I'm going to have to add that to my wish list and give it a check. Check it out for sure.
Fuck yeah. Anyway.
So I've been playing a lot of roguelikes. I played this one called Synthetic Legion Rise. It's like a shooting mechanic one, and it's really weird, but each level is generated, and it's like top-down view. And, like, you have to do different buttons to reload, and then you have a reload skill, and it's kind of crazy, but I've been playing that a lot. It's a lot of fun, and I kind of enjoy it, and I want to get better than one of my friends who's playing it with me, and I'm just, like, really pissed that he's better than me automatically, and I'm just like, fuck. And, like, my competitiveness is just like, I'm going to play this in secret, and then he'll never know I was playing it, and then I'll get better than him the next time we play. And I'm like, Anyway, so I played some more of that. Then on Epic, 20XX, which is the Mega Man roguelike platformer, came out for free. If you haven't checked that out, I think it's on until...
Is that the one that was crowdsourced?
I think so.
Or crowdfunded, I guess.
I think it's crowdfunded. It's really like memey. There's a bunch of memes in it throughout the whole thing. A lot of Mega Man references and a lot of other video game references throughout the whole game with like the power-ups and like certain things. I played that. It was a lot of fun because I like platformers, and it was nice to have like this challenge with the platforming, plus on top of that, racing to the end of the dungeon like most roguelikes, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I heard it was bad. That's not true?
I thought it was fun. I mean, I don't think it was bad at all. It felt like fucking Mega Man, so...
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess if you don't like Mega Man,
I mean, on Steam it's very positive, so... I just heard from somebody who's...
Maybe they suck at platforming.
That could be it. Maybe it was me.
Oh my god, Ports, were you angry
The complaint is coming from inside the brain.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I played one other game called Blightbond, and it's a dungeon game. It kind of reminded me of a free form of Darkest Dungeon. You go through areas, you deal with encounters, and but you have to have 3 people in order to play this game. And it doesn't really give you any time to learn any of the heroes, because it randomly, for the first 10 levels, gives you a random hero, which can really suck, because after playing that character for so long, you get this thing called like blight weakness or blight sickness or something.
Right.
And so, like, if you end up getting stuck with the same character, like, 5 times in a row because you can't pick, your character is, like, super weakened by this illness because you've been playing them too much. And it's, like, really stupid, and it makes me mad. I'm gonna try it again later this week and see if I still like it, but it was kind of frustrating for that reason. And I only ended up playing, like, an hour and a half of it because it just made me mad.
Yeah, fair enough.
It made me, and I think the other 2 people I was playing with, very aggravated. Plus, then we started yelling at each other. So it's kind of one of those things that just happens. And then I played the game. The one game that you played.
Oh, the big one.
The big one.
Yeah.
So,
how come nobody fucking... For 3 years, right? Nobody said a word about this game.
Right? Well,
I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding. I heard it from a ton of people.
Right.
All those people justifying their PS4 purchases. I'm just kidding. There's tons of good games on there. Horizon Zero Dawn is fucking amazing.
It's
It's
good.
as good, if not better, than reported.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised because, like, I don't know how you're playing it, but I'm playing with mouse and keyboard. And I was so delighted with the controls and how fluid it felt with the mouse and
keyboard. For a 3D game? For a third person, rather?
Third person?
Holy shit.
I was impressed. Yeah. I was so fucking impressed at how good this game felt to play that I ran around for, like, I don't know, probably maybe an hour just fucking around in the beginning area before actually going and killing the first boss.
Yeah.
And, like, I just had so much fun with this, with the mechanics and the skills and sneaking around. And, like, I don't like stealth games, but this game, the way it does it, I think is a nice balance. And, like,
oh, you mean easy as shit?
yeah, it's easy as shit. And, like, everybody's like, don't be stupid, go hide in the grass. I'm like, fuck you. And then I slaughtered everything in that field, and I'm like, see, everything's fine.
Yeah,
everything's fine.
I was crouching around real scared, like, for a long time, and then I just started shooting the watchers in the eye, and then I was like, oh, this is so much faster.
Yeah, that's what I started doing almost immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I use a bit of both, like, with the stealth and everything. I got through, I got a little bit ahead of you, and then I think you took past me. But, like, there's, like, a very emotional spot, which you didn't get upset about, but I did. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm crying, and, like, chat's like, are you actually crying? I'm like, yes, I'm crying, fuck you all. And, I guess I'm a sap, but I kind of expected it to come. I was expecting it to happen, because it's a fucking Sony game. Without a Sony game, without somebody specifically dying in a Sony game nowadays, especially a game like this where it's mostly, like, focused on the story, if somebody doesn't die within the first 3 hours, then I don't think Sony wants it.
It's weird, like, so many people in my chat were like, oh, I forgot this has, like, a really good story. And they played it. And I was like, that's, like, the thing I'm focused on. Like, yeah, the gameplay is pretty fun, and the game is beautiful, but, like, the story is kind of awesome.
The story is so good, and I really like the story, like, with this past culture and, like, this new culture coming out of this obviously very advanced technology, and, like, I want to see what happened to them. I want to know what fucked everything up, and yeah, I just, like, I need more of that game. And, like, I was craving it last night and craving it this morning while I was at work, and, like, probably after this podcast I'll probably hop off and play some more of it, because I'm so fucking excited, and I haven't been this excited.
You're playing it offline then?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it off stream.
Nice.
I don't give a fuck. Checking him at me. Sorry. I'm sorry, but, like, they've been wanting me to play this game for so long. Like, I know 2 or 3 people specifically, they're like, yeah, I 100%ed this on Ultra. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, just, you need to play this game.
Wow.
And I'm like, all right, I'll play this game.
There were moments where I was just like, man, I kind of wish I was playing Red Dead. But I was like, no, it's like a new thing, and I should embrace that. But there are parts of it that remind me of Red Dead, which is a great thing. It's a
Right.
good thing.
Well, actually, it's funny that you say that because, like, I was thinking about it today at work, and I said I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, there's a part in Red Dead where I haven't played it and I haven't touched it. I've gotten online and played online, but I haven't touched the story for Red Dead Redemption 2 because of a certain diagnosis that happens, and I haven't been able to get past the fact that what's going to happen to potentially everything in the game from this point forward, because I know what these consequences are going to happen and I'm not ready to see that.
Yeah.
Because I think, oh god, there's like so many good characters in Red Dead Redemption, and like I remember screaming at one point because something happened and a certain character died.
I know who you're talking about.
Do anything.
The super sudden death, right?
And you can't do anything about it, and you're literally running away as Arthur, and you're screaming, and I remember just screaming at midnight and crying because, like, this person died, and then just more shit just started happening, but you can't do anything. It's literally the worst, and then just more shit happens, and I was just like, that was too much for me to swallow, but I think I might be ready to go back to Red Dead 2.
Do it. I can't wait to discuss the end with you, which I'm like,
I know. I need to do
we
it.
passed you, me and Fabian,
Yeah.
so we're
I
gonna
figured.
we'll probably end up finishing around the same time, and it's gonna be awesome.
I know. I need to do it. I just need to bite the bullet.
And then we can record a spoilers with a Z podcast about Red Dead.
We haven't done one of those in a while.
I know, it's been like, I don't know, like 6 months or something. Yeah. Jesus.
No, it has been 6. Oh no, wait. Did we do that in December or January?
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
one of those
exactly.
two is correct, but I don't know which one.
But go back to Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
And the only problem that I had, because like I've seen a lot of people report that they've had screen tearing or like FPS drops or just complete crashes with this.
Yeah.
I get the FPS drops like no reason, just randomly.
Yep.
Like
Same.
it'll just randomly drop from like 60 to like fucking like 10.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
is
I go from like 90 to 17 real quick.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. And, like, I know that's because it's a port, but even that I can get over.
Yeah.
Like, I can
I
get
agree.
past that.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? It's hard for a lot of people to understand, but I would rather have that be my experience than play it on my PS4.
Yeah, no, I would too. 100%. I know that sounds fucking atrocious, but, like, I feel so bad because I haven't beaten The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just out there sitting there, and I should fucking deal with that, but it's because it's on my PlayStation, and I like sitting in my corner of my room, like, where I'm attached to
We got our cozy corners with our entire existence that resides there, so, yeah.
Exactly.
It's hard to leave that to go somewhere else to play a video game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm more inclined to play 360 games, because it's at my desk with my computer than my Xbox One.
That's perfect. That's 100% perfect. But yeah, besides Horizon Zero Dawn, what did you play?
Besides Horizon Zero Dawn, let's see. I think there was something else I wanted to say about this, but I don't remember.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What it
if you want
was.
To go back to it, we can always go back to this.
Yeah, we can come back to it later because I don't remember what it was, and maybe I won't. But anyway, the choices that you can make in this game.
I love it.
Yeah, so you can either be a hard ass, like an intelligent person, or like a compassionate person, something like that, something that approximates that. And I love being a hard ass. Oh my fucking god!
I know you do.
And they're so well written.
Everything is wrong.
You're not like just an asshole. You're like a clever bitch. You know, like it's so good. I love that.
Yeah. No, I think they're all really well written and stuff, and yeah.
And I don't always want to choose the hard ass one. Like some people you're talking to, and you're like, I like this person and don't want to be a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
But most people are assholes to you, so I'm like, free card to be an asshole.
Free card to be a jerk.
Yeah.
Got it. Noted.
Duly. Wrote it down twice. Anyway. That's pretty much all I had to say about that. The other games I've been playing, still plucking along in Pillars of Eternity. I only played once this week, so I went from like 30 hours to 34, so barely any progress there. I also started playing. I'm gonna play all the Spiders games in order.
Spiders.
Spiders made of Orcs and Men,
Oh,
and
those
more recently,
spiders.
Greedfall.
Yep.
They also made Bound by Flame and something Technomancer. Maybe it's just Technomancer.
Technomancer. It's.
Yeah, I know. I'm playing them on Wednesdays, so.
That's like D tier, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So I'm replaying of Orcs and Men because I've already played it before, and I love. Honestly, it's so far has been like a affirmation that my opinion about the game is right. Like it's a good game. Yeah. It's a great game. Yeah. Especially considering it was their first game. And
was that really their first game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Styx came from this, which, you know, the games they made after that was not Spiders, and those games are shit. For people who don't like stealth games. For people who like stealth games actually kind of like it, which is fine. They can do whatever they want. But that character remains really well written, and it came from this game. So,
okay.
It's a good game. I like it a lot. It has kind of a Dragon Age Origin combat, but not really. That's what I thought it was like back in the day, because I was like, oh, there's rings around the people you're attacking. It's a little different than that. You have like different stances, but it is kind of like Dragon Age, where you like pause to give your, well, I guess 2 guys orders instead of 4.
Right.
But yeah, it's pretty easy. Honestly, I'm playing on hard. I have no difficulty.
You're actually playing a game on hard? I'm kind of impressed.
I was like, let's read through the difficulties and see what, you know, the difference is. And then I clicked on one and it was just like, you're on hard now. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I guess we can lower it later if we run into trouble. So I'm stuck on hard. Well, not stuck, but, you know.
Yeah.
Attempting.
Just there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, yeah. Thank you. Don't be proud of my accidents, but I guess you can, because there's not much else. I started playing Back Mesa again and got really mad that the fucking soldiers are still hackers. And then I stopped almost immediately.
Fair.
And then I accidentally, toward the end of me playing it, I accidentally quick saved while a helicopter was shooting me. I forgot that they let you do that. That was a nightmare. I actually dealt with that save, even though I had one that was like 2 minutes behind. I was just like, this will be kind of a fun thing to get out of. It was fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of all.
Did you end there on that save? Or did you get past
No, I got
that
past
quick
it.
save?
I got past it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
I got
would've been
past
funny
it. By
'cause,
the
like-
way, I had like 80 health and like 30 shield or something. I got out of it with 50 health. So I was like, not bad for being shot out by a helicopter.
Yeah, fucking helicopter. It would have been funny if you left yourself there because you got like pissed and then tried it in like 6 months.
And then I get pissed again?
Yeah, you'd just be like, fuck! And then uninstall the game and never play it again.
That doesn't sound unlike me. But so I was messaging my buddy. I was like, man, how did you get through this? Like, it's so annoying. I don't want to fucking continue. And he's like, I don't know how I got through it, but he's like, when you get to Zen, quit and come back and play on your next session. Because he's like, you don't want to have any of the negativity of that like soldier combat coming into it. He's like, I did that. And he's like, I think it would have been better if I waited. I was like, oh, okay. But he's also like, Zen is fucking amazing, so I can't wait.
Yeah. I need to actually play through it because it's actually different than the first one.
Apparently, it's like twice as long, too. Jesus Christ.
I don't remember how long the first one was.
It's like 10 hours, but it's like 20.
Ooh, a long game.
Yeah. Shooters that go over like 15 hours, that's a little tough of a sell. You know?
Yeah, I guess so, because like Half-Life Alyx was about 15 hours after I stopped fucking around, maybe.
Right. Yeah,
But I
and
spent,
if you
like,
fuck around, that's different than the game just requiring 20 hours out of you, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'm still in this giant itch. I have this giant fucking itch where I want to like replay every game I like. I was looking through my library. I was like, with the Wolfenstein games, like New Order, New Colossus. God, I want to play those again. Like, goddamn.
I think there's something comforting about those old games because you already know what's gonna happen. You know how to deal with it, and like you already have like this pre-notion of how you would go about everything. So like it's comfy.
It's definitely the familiarity is comforting. Like I like to know how long games are so that I'm like I have a gauge of my progress. But if you already played a game, you have the familiarity with how long it takes and which part you're at and what's coming up next. Like it's nice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like every time I like start looking into playing a new game, I look up immediately how long it takes to beat the game.
Me too.
That's the very first thing I do is I go into Google and like how long to beat, and I go to that website and I look it up and see how long it takes most people to beat it, and I'm like, okay. Depending on the style of game, sometimes they take me longer just because I like to fuck around. And I like to look at shit and stuff. Like Half-Life Alyx, I think I spent like a good hour and a half at that beginning area because I was too busy throwing bottles and talking to cats and getting vertigo really bad and then playing with a dryer. And then I found a marker, and that was bad news. I drew so many wieners.
Oh, my mind went to Dead Space marker before a real marker. Don't know why.
I don't know why either.
I do. Anyway. That is the series I really want to play again, though.
Yeah, I kind of want to play Fallout before the end of the year again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do want to do that retrospective where I go back to Fallout 3 and New Vegas just to like contextualize them to myself.
Yeah, so I want to beat 3 again. I think I want to beat New Vegas again, and then I think I'm going to finally beat 4.
Oh, you haven't?
I never beat 4.
Yeah.
I know what happens. I know all the endings.
But but it's not the same.
I got to a certain point where you meet a certain character again, and I shot him in the face, and then I uninstalled the game. I
shot him in the face and kept going.
I shot him in the face, and I uninstalled the game.
That was literally the canon of my game.
I was so tilted. And I'm like, I'm going to burn this place to the ground.
I literally think...
shoot him in the face again.
I screamed something like, they really think this is fucking good writing or something like that? Like, what? This is the direction they wanted it to take? This is the twist? Fuck yourself.
Yeah, I said, I think you gotta be fucking kidding me, and then I just murdered him. Oh. Weird robot baby. Anyway.
Actually, anyone who started that game knows exactly who we're talking about, so spoilers, sorry. It's not like we can shroud that in mystery. But it's a bad game, don't play it. It was the writing on the wall that no one saw coming for Fallout 76.
God, everybody saw it coming, and then you didn't want to see it coming.
Yeah.
It's like a train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Or a weird, fucked up hentai. Anyway, you ready for some news?
I like both of those things in slow motion better, by the way.
I hate you so much.
I'm ready for news. Yes, please.
Perfect. Okay, so... we love to shit all over Activision and Blizzard.
Yeah. Anyone with more money than me is on the table. Yeah.
Well, mostly just Bob, Kurt, whatever his face is.
Yeah.
Because he drives me bonkers. Many of you guys know that the CEO of Activision makes $40 million a year. I think I've ranted about this on my chat enough. I think I've ranted about this on the podcast multiple times. If you're new here, hi.
Yeah, and the reason we're upset is he makes less than some other CEOs, so we need to get him some more money.
No, we don't. Shut the fuck up. But the reason why we're talking about Activision and Blizzard again is because the workers inside Blizzard specifically started to revolt in sort of a sense, as most people are calling it. What they did was one employee started a spreadsheet talking about their salaries and spread that around anonymously to see what recent pay increases happened and what everybody's been getting paid recently.
Okay.
Because the general consensus is a lot of employees are unhappy with their compensation. The company told staff that it would perform a study to ensure fair pay according to these people, and it hasn't been implemented.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, people apparently are going hungry within Blizzard and having a hard time making rent and as well as their food needs. Because they're in fucking Irvine, California. It's expensive as shit to live over there for one. And the fact that they're some of the most underpaid developers is just gut-wrenching and annoying.
Maybe if they put out some good games. Just kidding.
But according to like this thing that's been spreading around, most of the raises have been below 10%, and most of the employees are very, very angry. Even their spokeswoman of Activision, Jessica Taylor, she said, "Our goal is to ensure compensation for our employees is fairly and competitive."
Mm-hmm.
And they said they're constantly reviewing and compensating on philosophies to recognize talent among their employees, but yet none of their people are getting like these major raises or any of these major promotions or anything. And a lot of, now I'm not going to say this about a lot of companies, but I noticed a lot of like my friends who do work in the industry and a couple other my friends that work at other companies have been saying that people have been getting like freezes on their like raises because of COVID and everything, and like everybody's taking a hit, quote unquote. But we know for a fact that the video industry right now is better than ever. It's like this year has been really strong for video games, that the fact that companies are using this excuse and saying that the virus is affecting their company while they're making like these top profits, it just makes me so mad. And I kind of like applaud these Blizzard employees for starting this quote unquote rebellion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it gets to a certain point, and I think it happens in the video game industry because so many people just want to make games that you can get people for cheaper and cheaper, and then it just gets to a breaking point like this. So
I think it's coming to a breaking point because like everybody just wants to make their game or like start their thing. That's why I tend to support indie developers so much, because they're taking an even greater risk than going for one of the big guys where they would be quote unquote kind of safe, where they have like a steady, stable income compared to like, you know, starting their own business and like making their own video game from complete scratch, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah. So we're mad at Activision again. Sorry, this is the podcast where we agree for once.
It's kind of a, well, it's been the last two. Let's just say we're dynamic characters who sometimes clash. It used to be a lot more. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the virus is bringing us together.
It's probably because I haven't physically seen you in probably 8 months.
That's true. You're like, I haven't had the urge to punch your ugly face.
God. I haven't been able to take out my aggression physically on your face. Just But anyway, I think a lot of people should kind of pay attention to Blizzard and pay attention to Activision and get mad, get angry.
You don't have to do that. I'm annoyed. I'm not. I don't raise my blood pressure over shit like this.
I do. Fuck you.
Yeah, you can do that.
We're disagreeing.
Yeah, we brought it back. Listeners are just like, can you just give us the news? We don't care if you agree.
The fuck up? God damn it. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Analog Pocket. I don't know how many of you guys saw this thing because it just was like.
What I want to know is, where are the digital pockets?
You wouldn't download a Pocket, would you, Ports?
I would download a Pocket and then shit in a policeman's helmet.
What the fuck? Why the policeman helmet?
You've never seen the IT Crowd?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. 10 out of 10, the great. So the Pocket Analog, it's a separate company. It looks almost exactly like a fucking Game Boy, like the original Game Boy, not the fat one, maybe the thin one, like the Game Boy Thin, Slim.
I don't remember what it was called.
I don't remember what it was called. I had one. I had
Yeah.
2 because I lost mine.
It also looks a little bit like the Advance SP,
Yeah, it's like the SP,
but it
not
doesn't
bendable.
fold. Yeah.
Exactly. But anyway, so this was launched
It looks
this week.
so sleek. Oh my god.
Dude, it looks so fucking hot, right?
Yeah. Hopefully those are real and not just like the images, you know, like the.
I don't know, but so they're on sale. They immediately go on sale, and within 15 minutes of being posted, they sold out. And everybody was angry. Everybody was pissed. So literally, they posted their tweet saying, "We're live," and everybody went to their website and went, and then they were gone.
Yeah.
They were just literally gone. I literally had no time to go look into this because I couldn't go fucking get one.
Yeah.
And like I've been kind of following this for a while because I think it's really cool. I loved my Game Boy for a long time. I didn't like the DS as much. I thought it was too big. I thought it was too bulky. And most of the time, the games that I like to play on the go are side scrollers, and I fucking hate trying to play those on my phone. I wanted a Game Boy again. I really wanted that old school feel, and this is what this is kind of bringing back. This is going after people like me, who's kind of needing this old nostalgia and shit like that. And it really bums me out. But they're working on it. They've talked about it. They're like, everybody's like losing their fucking marbles, and it's like, you guys are holding on to tens of thousands of dollars nearly a year, but somehow you can't afford the stock enough to last longer than 10 minutes, and like people are just pissed, right? Like super super pissed.
I think that's absurd to be upset by this. You don't think they want to fucking sell
no,
more?
Of course they want to sell more, but they're doing the smart thing by cutting it off and saying this is all we have in stock.
So if they just like let them all out there,
right,
and there'd be a permanent hold on pre-orders, and then everyone who wanted one wouldn't be able to get the pre-order. There'd be no news about new pre-orders because it's like just an infinitely backed up line. So a lot of people would drop off. Just the hype would drop off. People wouldn't get their shit, and then it would die. You have to do this like wave by wave thing. You just have to.
Yeah, and I think as much as I hate to say this, like bad backlash also creates more hype for them.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's press.
All
news
their
is
yeah.
News?
Yeah.
Is that how it works? I don't know.
Any piece of news about anything is good forever always is the saying.
Shit, we need news more. News now.
Yeah, we do it every week. It seems like we do a lot. Also, I did notice you don't have the most important news piece down here.
Wait, which one?
Unless I missed it.
Is it the one at the bottom?
At the bottom. No.
Did I miss something?
Absolutely you did.
Okay, do you have it? What is it?
The fucking doc is back.
Oh, fuck the doc, dude. Okay, I do love the doc.
Well,
I
don't love him.
It.
I think he's probably a shitty person. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, we talked about this a lot.
Is unprovable, but what he is good at is creating a fucking goddamn marketing shitstorm that takes the internet by insane numbers. Like the first day where he didn't even announce anything, he just put an image and like a looped audio for like an hour or whatever, or actually it was like all day or something. But anyway, that peaked at 250,000 people.
Yeah.
The next day when he actually teased that he was going to go live, it was going to be him. That was 500, maybe almost 600,000 people.
Yep.
And that's the thing that's impressive. That's fucking insane because that guy used to average like 20,000 people on Twitch.
Yeah.
But people like the spectacle, the insane shit he pulls off, which he didn't even. Well, I don't know. We still have no idea. That's the funniest thing. He streamed for 2 days.
He even said that.
We have no idea. Yep.
I don't think we'll ever know unless he actually brings process against Twitch. Like there's been speculation where he's threatened to sue Twitch, and like it might actually happen.
Yeah.
But we probably won't see the lawsuit actually happen, or if they settle out of court, we'll never know. Well, we might still know because it has to be public record, but I'm sure somebody will eventually dig it up. But until it goes to court or till it's settled, we won't know what the ban is. I don't think he's ever going to reveal if he does know, and I don't think Twitch is ever going to reveal either.
No. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you would think one
yeah.
side would really want to, like, clear their
Exactly.
name or whatever, you know? Like,
Exactly. But, like, it's just, there's so much weird drama around him and everything, and, like, it's just bizarre. But I will say that as much as I hate the Doc's personality, because I compare him to Gordon Ramsay, because I can't stand Gordon Ramsay's personality. I think Gordon Ramsay's an amazing person for what he's done for the food industry and, like, certain things that he does. Like, I love his YouTube stuff that he does, because he's really actually just him. But the way that they portray him in most of the TV shows, I can't fucking stand him. And it's such a bad portrayal, and I know he's
but he does do all those things, right?
He does to an extent. And I do those things to an extent, even in the food industry. And it's just kind of how the food industry is. But, like, not everybody's that insanely toxic. Same goes with the Doc. And Doc is, I know he's probably not that type of person once he's off camera or once he's, like, off the Doc mode. Because, like, we've seen him break character. We've seen him cry on stream and shit like that. He probably has some, like, maybe to a point where he's kind of egotistical, but the way that he does
who's
his
not
branding
that streams on Twitch?
I will say the way he does his branding is so fucking phenomenal. Nobody does it like the Doc. The Doc is literally, he is the Rock. You know WWE Rock?
Yeah.
He's the Rock of streaming.
Yeah.
He literally is. Like, there's nothing we could do about that. And, like, he's good at being that bad guy.
Yep.
Amazing. Plus, his music's not bad. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah. The music during that just image stream I was like, oh, this is, like, vibing, dude.
That's him singing, too.
I don't know if I heard any of this singing.
Oh, okay. But, like, when it's actually, like, the singing, you should go look up the actual songs because they're really good. Yeah.
Wait, he makes that music himself?
He doesn't make, like, the background music, but he does sing the lyrics and shit like that. Anyway. So enough about the Doc. Enough about fucking analog Game Boy wannabes that are gone. Let's talk about the Xbox again. So, last week I reported on the Xbox rumored to be killing off its gold services.
Right.
Which they denied this week. They denied that they're not killing off the Xbox Gold. But there's still rumored that they might make it just free. But then what did they do this week? They killed it off. So it's a free weekend if you have the Xbox without the Gold Pass. So you're able to, like, play all your online games for free right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck Microsoft is doing anymore.
I don't either.
I don't know what they're doing. They're confusing me. They're like, we're not gonna get rid of this, but we're gonna make it free this weekend because you guys thought we were gonna make it free, or you thought we were gonna get rid of it.
That's so confusing.
Are they drunk? Do we need to call their parents? I feel like we need to call Microsoft's mom and dad.
Maybe. You know, it's
Maybe
funny. The consoles never toy with this idea unless they're behind.
Yeah. Right?
Like, Sony launched the PS4 without having to pay for online, and then they brought it back as soon as they're like, oh, we're good.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to update you guys on that real quick, because I don't know what Microsoft is doing, and I think they're drunk. So, most of us know of Nintendo. I don't think anybody in the world doesn't know of Nintendo.
Yeah.
My mom calls all video games
yeah,
Nintendo.
I was going to say, my mom thinks the whole industry is Nintendo.
It's cute, right?
I was like, Mom, more competition in the market is a good thing. She's like, you mean between themselves?
Oh, Mom. Okay, so Nintendo finally reported, because, like, the quarter for April through June is second quarter. As we go into third quarter, we're about to end third quarter. But they just released their profit margins from the second quarter, which was April through June. So it was the end or it was at the very beginning of the release of Animal Crossings.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
Okay, so this was when to when? March to now?
April to June.
April to June, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and they reported their gains, like their operating profits, like their profits went up 428%. I will give you that number.
Jesus.
But I want you to guess how much money that actually was.
In profit, not like net worth?
Operating profit. So this
What
is
the
actual
fuck?
all profit.
Yeah.
Guess. It's huge.
I don't know what their normal number is. I don't is it in the hundreds of millions?
It's in the billions.
Whoa! Okay.
It was 1.4
okay.
billion.
Jesus.
Yeah, so between April and June, Nintendo made an operating profit. Now let me kind of explain operating profit. So you have like your cost and everything, and then you have this profit, and then there's operating profit.
Yeah.
So they're both a little different, but operating profit is what you did from everything.
Yeah, and the prophet is the guy who's in charge of saying how much of their money they're gonna make. He knows the future.
Yeah, he usually has a crystal ball, and he's creepy and old, and sometimes walks around naked.
Yeah, yes.
But between April and June, they made 1.4 billion.
Remember when the video game industry was just became $1 billion industry?
Yeah.
And now one company is doing it?
In 3 months? In 3 months. Obviously, this had a lot to do with their Animal Crossings, and I think that caused the market to like skyrocket even more, because that encouraged people to get 2 Nintendo Switches or a Switch Lite so they could each have their own individual aisle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just allow them to make different saves, you dicks.
Yeah. I didn't get it either. But it was a smart move from them, because it obviously encouraged this like huge thing, and it just was an endless crazy shit show. But good for fucking Nintendo. Hopefully we get some really cool games out of this. That's what I want to see. That's all I want to see, Nintendo. Give me some good games again. No more, I don't know. Actually, Pokemon Snap. I'm excited for that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm.
Pokemon Snaps was like one of my favorite fucking video games, dude.
All right. I mean, that's fine. That could be that. That's that's weird, but okay. Are you into photography?
No, but I like Pokemon.
You like taking pictures of Pokemon?
Yeah, who doesn't like taking pictures of cute little animals, dude?
Well, I mean, me.
Yeah,
I
you
guess
don't like...
maybe that's the end of the list of people I know.
It all makes sense now.
Again, the bad thought is coming from inside the brain.
Shit. Okay, so this last story I want to talk about is it's very politically charged.
Uh-oh.
And it mostly has to deal with our current president and what he recently banned and how it might potentially affect the video game industry in the next 45 days. So I think most of you know, earlier this week, Donald Trump did an executive order prohibiting all United States residents to do business with either TikTok and their parent company ByteDance, as well as this additional thing which I didn't see coming, which was WeChat, which is owned by Tencent. Now, I didn't know Tencent had any kind of like social media platform, I guess you could say. But this is a big deal because like within TikTok, there's like all these little things that you can like, there's a lot of advertising and shit like that, and there's like a lot of these little transactions that could potentially happen. Same with WeChat. I've never used WeChat before, but it's apparently really popular among the young kids. And I'm old, and I don't deal with it. But what I don't think anybody was expecting or anybody was thinking would happen was this exact executive order says specifically about Tencent, quote, to deal with this threat, the order prohibits beginning 45 days after the date of this order, so I don't remember what fucking date it was, whatever, to extend permit under applicable law. God, I fucking hate law. Any transaction that is related to WeChat by any person or with respect to any property subject to jurisdiction of the United States with Tencent. So basically, we might not be able to do any business with Tencent at all within the next 45 days.
I read that will not be affecting their stakeholders like Epic Games and Riot. I heard it will not affect the video game holdings they have.
Potentially, until but that's the thing is if he's going after this one, a lot of people are freaking out saying that he might go after more games going after specifically Riot and
but why?
Fortnite.
Are they stealing our data like TikTok?
I mean, that was one of the things with Epic was that when you first installed Epic, I think it was a year and a half ago, it was sending out information.
Yeah, but they stopped that, right? Didn't they? I'm pretty sure
they
they stopped that.
Kind of. But there's still possibility that they could be at any point doing that. Even when we signed up for Horizon Zero Dawn, I don't know if you noticed this, but when we first logged into it, Sony asked to give us how much information we wanted to give them.
Yeah, lots of companies do that. Almost all of them, actually, that are online.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a multiplayer game, but...
Exactly.
I mean,
but
all of them have the how much do you want to report? Yeah, but that's crash info and shit like that.
Yeah. No, I understand that part, but still, it's just these little things that eventually could fall through the cracks and such. I personally don't give a shit. I don't think the Chinese Communist Party is gonna do anything with my personal information.
That's how they get you, you fucking idiot. Wow. I bet you're using 5G, aren't you?
I'm using 5Gs.
OGs, 5Gs. I certainly think that it could turn into what you're describing. But as of right now, that order has nothing to do with the video game companies.
Right.
At least according to this Polygon article.
Polygon has been reporting on it. The LA Times reported on it today. I love the LA Times article because they're by 7 p.m., the gamers were freaking out. And it made me laugh so fucking hard. I'm
wow.
This guy has no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
The gamers.
Literally, it says that. Who the fuck wrote
the
this article?
Gamers.
Sam Dean? What the fuck?
Was it mom gamers or goth gamers? Was it gamers who like movies?
Gamers who like movies.
Yeah. Was
gamers
it gamers who still have a physical newspaper subscription?
Gamers who are against angry non-gamers.
What?
But I don't know. I'm just pulling shit out of my ass.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's the thing. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But the thing is, the gaming industry is so closely tied with China now. No matter what we do.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw when I saw tweets like this, they're like, "This order could really hurt," or the video games, and look at all these companies, and then a bunch of people were like, "I'd be fine with all of that." Right? League of Legends, are we really crying over that? Activision? Are you kidding me? So it's funny. It is funny that this got that list in front of people. And they're like, oh, Tencent has their hands in most companies that we don't really like that much.
Yeah, Activision.
Yeah.
Yeah. They own 10% of Activision, which is why that whole huge thing happened with the Support Hong Kong thing. And that was such a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
All because Tencent owns 10% of Activision and because Blizzard has such a huge influence over in China. And, no matter what we could do, we can't ever get away from, this thing. But, the thing about video games is video games tend to bring us together, and yet, these policies and these potential, things to try to keep everything separated is dividing us still, yet video games somehow do unite us.
Yeah, until I get teabagged by your mom on Halo.
My mom in China?
No, not your mom.
Oh,
just
okay.
someone named your mom, because then it looks like your mom teabagged you.
That's fair.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, like, no, Tencent owns a lot of people, like Riot Games. They own all of that. They own 40% of Epic, which is an American company, technically.
Yeah.
They own 10% of Bluehole, which is the PUBG company, which is still,
Does
I think,
anyone still
in
play
China?
PUBG? Are there any PUBG players? Do you know people who still play PUBG?
Yeah, I watch like 4 or 5 people that still play PUBG.
Wow.
I quietly lurk in their chat.
Yeah.
Sandhawk had a really nice update, and it kind of made me want to play again, but it's still uninstalled on my computer.
Right. Have you played Warzone?
Mm-mm. It's Activision, man.
Oh, I didn't know you were boycotting them.
Fuck yeah, I have been this entire time.
Okay.
Maybe I'll download it. Who knows?
I mean, you don't have to. It's free. You don't have to spend any money.
That's true, but I mean, I guess so. My way of playing like Blizzard games still, or my justification for playing Blizzard's games still, is that I bog down their servers.
That's not
and
a good one.
I don't buy anything.
Yeah, I don't think it requires justification for me personally. These are bigger issues than my purchasing habits.
Fair. But yeah, I want to see what happens in 45 days with this whole thing. Because, like, with WeChat, they have to sell to an American company if they want to be within America. And, like, same with TikTok. TikTok has to sell to an American company. And Microsoft has been in the process of potentially picking up TikTok, which is going to be weird as fuck.
My favorite thing coming out of that is, like, all the memes of, like, oh, yeah, like, Microsoft has a really good track record for picking up companies and ideas that they do really well with.
Yeah, look at how well Mixer did.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was great. They went out on their terms, right? And,
Yep.
on top.
Yep. But we won't know for 45 days, which is the shitty thing. But, like, we'll see if this continues to, like, cause a downward spiral. Will all the memers start hating on Donald Trump now because of this even more? It's going to be interesting.
I don't know. It seemed like the opposite to me. I saw a lot of people with like, hey, actually, I'm kind of behind that. This is the one thing he's done that I'm like, okay with. I'm like, wow, that's it, huh? Okay.
Meanwhile, all the children on TikTok scream at us. But anyway, that's pretty much all it for the news this week.
Okay.
Minus the doc that I missed. I'm sorry. I just don't want to talk about his stupid face, but I literally watched all of his shit coming up recently. So
I watched his stream for like 2 hours, and I was
mesmerized.
Quite taken. Yeah. I had never really seen his stream that much beyond like clips where I was just like, he's such a dick, and I mean he kind of is, but like his whole persona really is to hype up the game and the action. That's what his thing is, and I think it works largely. And I was thinking about it, I was like, man, like there's so many streamers who just sit behind the camera and go, oh yeah, I got to kill. Like he really does through his persona make it exciting. Like everything, he'll call out certain things he's going to do before they happen. Whether they happen or not, it doesn't matter. The fact that he's trying his fucking ass off to make it happen, and you can see in the gameplay, it's just a different dynamic. It's pretty cool.
He's very captivating. He
absolutely.
He knows how to command a room.
And his production value is fucking amazing. Oh my god.
I love that's the one thing. So like somebody's like, why are you watching the doc if you hate him? Because like I was trying to explain it to somebody. I was like, because I can literally get inspired by him because of just the way he is, and like I can get ideas for myself by watching him. I follow everyone who's doing it differently, and he's at the fore of doing that. Oh yeah, he's a god tier streamer. I'm not even gonna deny that. Never gonna deny that ever. Yep. And then I was like, I was talking to my buddy. I was like, man, the idea of being behind a costume forever on Twitch is so appealing. Like you can never see that man's eyes. Right? You know what I mean? That's awesome. No. Good for him. Yeah. I mean, he has shown his face, what he looks like without it. So yeah. But, like, I like that sort of almost anonymity. Anonymity? Yeah. See anonymity. Yeah. But, like, yeah, I like that. Don't hurt yourself, kid. Little thing about that, because there's, like, a lot of faceless YouTubers that I watch, like Swagger.
Yeah.
Swagger a
Yeah.
lot. And, like, he never stops being Swagger. And, like, if I ever saw him in real life at some point, you know, I would leave him alone because I know he would want that to be left alone sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if I saw Doc, you know how you went up to Elizabeth and made her act all hype up for you?
Yeah.
I would ask the Doc if he would let me to pretend to punch him in the face.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he refuses, you just punch him in the face anyway.
Yeah, I just get to punch him in the face and make sure whoever I has my camera is ready to take that
I mean,
picture.
how much jail time are we talking? Like an overnight thing? Like, that wouldn't be that bad. If you just hit him in the
Yeah.
face a little bit, it'd be fine.
2 years probation. That's fine. It'd be worth it. Worth that
Yeah.
picture.
I'll go clean up some highways. It's fine. It's long overdue. I probably owe on some other stuff I've done.
Doc, please let me punch you in the face. That would be my whole week.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah, let's go pick up garbage ports.
I almost like would rather be friends with the popular streamer than be one.
Yeah.
I mean, for the money, obviously, I would choose to be one, but
At least
can
you're honest.
you wrap your mind around the person who decides to donate $500 to like a millionaire streamer?
Yeah, I
Well,
don't.
who is
I
that
don't.
person? Why?
They want validation of some kind.
Yeah, but
I
it's
mean-
like a second of validation. He never talks about it again.
Validation, please.
Jesus. That is the largest no money or lots of money to no self-esteem or, like deficit I've ever seen in my life. Is somebody with enough money to give him $500 and not enough friends to tell him don't fucking do that.
Don't fucking do it. Oh my god. Okay, but anyway, that's pretty much it for the news. Thank you guys for listening this week. If you have a friend, unlike some of the people who give away $500 in Doc's
Yeah.
stream,
You can look at it this way. You can either give Doc $500,000 or you can tell somebody about this, or $500, or, well, either one. Or you can share this podcast with somebody, and, you know, one of those is cheaper.
yeah,
Those are the only two options in your life right now, so
only
make one
two
of them.
options in your life right now. Either give Doc $500 or you share this podcast with a friend.
Or, actually, sorry, there are three. You can give us $500. Just DM me anywhere, and I will come meet you. I don't care where you are for the $500. We need it.
That sounds great. Great. Great.
Gert?
God,
That sounds
Jesus
great.
fuck.
We need
okay.
speech therapy for Bunny, so
Yeah,
give us $500.
Bunny needs speech therapy. Please assist.
Therapy.
Therapy.
Give us money.
Hi, ports. What the fuck is that?
Are you going to the Red Dead right now?
Hey, ports. Where can
Hi,
people
Bunny.
find you?
I forgot which voice accent I was doing.
I don't know.
You sure hosted the fuck out of this podcast, Bunny. Fuck. Thanks, listeners. Go fucking support us and don't give your money to. I'm losing it. Dr. Disrespect.
That's this.
You chose the easier one. I should have been.
You should have
Hold
been
on.
southern like me.
Yeah.
Hey, ports. Where can people find you?
They can find me on the internet.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/TheRealPorts. And you know what? Don't follow me on Twitter.
You can follow the podcast on Twitter.
Yeah,
/
follow the podcast. Ignore
Backlog.
Backlog.
Yeah, that thing. If you want, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Evil Space Bunny. And
Those are all good options.
those are all really good options, and we love you guys very much.
If you do all three, you'll be entered into a giveaway that we don't have.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe soon. Who knows?
Maybe.
Fucking
If
A.
someone gives us $500, we'll give 30 of it away. That's our guarantee.
You give us $500 and you have a chance to win it back.
I just roll some digital dice. No, sorry, you didn't
No,
get your
sorry,
$500
I won it.
back.
Thank you.
I'm like, wait, this isn't even to double my money? No, God, no. We don't have $1,000. Get the hell out of here. We spent all the $500. I got some shoes, and Bunny got a new accordion.
Yes! I need need 2 accordions, one for the plug and one for the load.
Wow, that's the name of the podcast. What does that mean?
All right.
One for the plug and one for the load? What?
Yeah, you haven't heard that song? I got 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the load.
No.
Oh my god. Anyway, good luck, everybody. Have fun and don't die. We're gonna go cry and.
Oh.